Hey Ryan, it's Steve Mangum. It's a pleasure to meet you and your girlfriend today over at Walmart. And here is some research that I've done for you. Um, no obligation at all. What I do ask is that you watch the full video and then give me some feedback, what you think about it. That's all I ask. If you want to use the information I give you to build your own website, that's fine. If you want me to do something, either advertising or build a website, we can sit down and talk about it. But I would want a lot more information about your business and where the money is for you before I would even propose anything. So we might sit together for lunch or a drink or something and talk a little bit of business. Don't expect, I'm going to try to sell you something at the end of it. It's just, I would need a lot more information to do that. But here's an overview. I went to incognito mode, so it can't really tell where I'm at. And I put in Epoxy Floor, Dallas, Texas. And this is what comes up. The first thing you'll notice, these are sponsored ads up at the top. Okay. These are pay-per-click Google ads. You buy keywords, and every time somebody clicks on your ad, it goes to the landing page or the website, whatever this link is hooked to. Okay, if you don't know what you're doing, these can be real expensive and kind of a waste of money. Okay, if you do know what you're doing, these work really well. Normally in most types of things, and I would think that it would be fairly profitable for you. Now, if somebody has ad blockers on their computer or on their phone, you won't even see these. These won't come up in the search. Okay. The next thing you go is the map pack. Now, you can do a Google Business Profile and create a map pack even without having a website. However, having a website and a Google Business Profile, they kind of work with each other and validate each other. So it's possible just to do one and not the other, but it's not ideal. And what you'll see, there's a sponsored one from the top. It's the #1 rating from the top that's in here. But then these three are organic, meaning they're non-paid. Okay, and there's about 50 different things. One of the things that's really important is the number of reviews and this rating of reviews. So they have 60, this guy has 2, this guy has 107. And if you click on it, this is what a Google Business Profile looks like. Okay. And they've got a pretty decent one. Okay. Here's the social, down here's the social pages that they have linked into it. These are posts. The more you post, the more people will see, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, and we could go into, what it would take. We would study this and give you more of an idea what it would take to compete with this person. So let me go back. Okay, now just below that is organic searches. Okay, Dallas Epoxy Pro is your #1 organic search. Now I go to their website, and they really do have a nice looking website. A lot of good pictures, a lot of call button right at the top. Epoxy garage, epoxy installation, concrete grinding, epoxy flooring, polished concrete, and all of these go to individual type service pages. They have a bit. This is nice that they have a video on this front page. I looked at it. It's about a minute long. I'll let you observe that, but videos really do attract. Okay, these pages aren't linkable pages. Concrete finishing is. And then they have a blogs. So they have quite a few pages here and quite a bit of information on the front page. We like 1,500 words. Okay, here's their site map. And then they have a bunch of blogs down here. They got about 20 pages, And then the blogs, they have another 20, 25 blogs. So they're like 40, 45 pages altogether, which is big. And that's one of the reasons content is king. Okay. Um, but it is a very nice looking website. We can do as good and better. Uh, don't let that freak you out. But they have done a good job on their website. Somebody knew what they were doing. But I have a tool here. This tool, if we were roofers and I had a nail gun and you had a hammer, even though it was the best hammer in the world, and you were really good at using that hammer, I would just beat the crap out of you because I got a nail gun. So that's what it is with marketing tools. So what I've done is I went in here, I put DallasEpoxyPros.com, which is that #1 spot, and I put all of their subdomains. And what you see is an overview. Now, going to this DR, that's the domain rating. That's basically on a scale of 1 to 100, how powerful their entire website is. And it's a #7, which isn't very high, but they dropped from a 13. They dropped 13 points to a 20, which is very high. So something's going on there with their power rating. And then their UR, the UR rating is the page as it's set right now, because I don't have it up here. I don't have any back pages. It just says their main page. This is their UR rating for their home page on a scale of 1 to 100. It's a 6. Okay. They have 38 keywords, and they have 177 people went to their website in the last month. Okay, which is up 25. They have referring domains. This is real important. These referring domains is what gives you these power ratings. Okay. And what a referring domain is, see, I have all their referring domains here. Okay. And what a referring domain is somebody else's website that's referring to your website. In other words, there's a link on somebody else's website that when they click it, it goes over to your website. That's what a referring domain is. More specifically, it is a do follow referring domain. Instead of having 70, they got 73 total domains, but they have fewer referring domains. They got 49 referring domains. Okay. So we go back to the overview. It's like 49 websites they're linking to this person's website, Dallas Epoxy Pros website, putting them in that #1 position, basically, because it gives that authority, credibility, and power. Okay. But they have 177 people visiting that website per month. And say you have 177, you get 10% of them? That'd be 17 jobs. If you got 5% of them, it'd be like 8 or 9 additional jobs a month. If you can take over this guy's #1 spot on Google search engine. So normally I'd give you a little bit of comparison between what you're doing, what they're doing, but basically you would need to build a website and or a Google business profile, and give it some time. The third thing would be to go at it with advertising. But if you go at it with advertising, you need a website, and you probably need a landing page for that, those ads to go to. So at any rate, if you want to take the next step, instead of being self-employed and actually, have other crews going out doing a part of the work for you, it takes a little bit of a budget and a commitment to doing that. But then you're owning a business that's producing revenues, in addition to your own efforts. And we could sit down and just kick around some ideas if you want to do that. Don't feel like I'm going to give you a hard sell if you'd like to do that. So tell me what you think. You've got my phone number, and I'm going to email this to you so you'll have my email as well and phone number on there. It's I'll send this over just in a second.